Tuesdays is known as $2 Tuesdays at WagerTalk.com and SportsMemo.com, where you can get the hottest handicappers' best bet or daily package for only $2.
All right, guys, welcome into the Tuesday. I can't believe it. Just a couple of more days here left in the month of March 2021. It is the NBA Tip-Off Show. Of course, it is powered by WagerTalk.com, and it is a very convenient night in the association. 4 games. We're going to cover all 4 of them for you here. We're going to make it real simple. We're going to talk about the Wizards here, who completely ruined our Pacers bet yesterday. We'll talk about that in a minute. We're also going to talk about the 76ers taking on the Nuggets, the Magic and the Clippers, as well as the Hawks and the Suns. And, of course, we are going to do this with 3 of the absolute finest in NBA handicapping at Wager Talk. Welcome in. There he is, Ski Prophet, who it's history, guys, in the making. We'll tell you what's going on here today. It's a very special day on the show. And we've got, of course, Stevie back in the middle, Merrill, 2 R's and 1 L with us. And there he is, the big TM man, Tony Mejia, in the house, getting ready as we're getting ready to crown a national champion in college. We are well on our way here to getting to playoff NBA basketball. These games matter, at least to some teams anyway. And Ski, I've got to ask you, man, because it's been a while. You've been handicapping basketball for a long, long time. I believe, and correct me if I'm wrong here, but this is the first time that you actually have labeled a play here tonight at 5%. Is that correct at Wager Talk?
Yeah, I try my best to stay away unless I really, really like it. So it is my first 5% NBA play. And hopefully we can all get a cash together.
I love it. All right, it's up, guys, at WagerTalk.com. And if I'm not mistaken, is it are you the $2 handicapper today? Is that correct?
Yep, $2 Tuesday.
Your first 5% play for. All right, guys, get to WagerTalk.com. I don't know what hurry up, get there, hurry up, quick, run before they run out. No, I'm only kidding. Get over there, $2 right now. He's the $2 handicapper today at WagerTalk.com. Stevie Merrill. What's going on, 2 R's, 1 L, back in the middle, man? Talk to me. What do we got going on today at Wager Talk, Merrill?
Yeah, first of all, Ralph Michaels mentioned earlier on Wager Talk today that there's like a Cracker Jack special with that play as well. There's like a prize in the package. So not only do you get it for $2, but you're also getting some kind of special promo. And Ralph was excited. Ralph doesn't easily get excited, as you know, Joe Ranieri. So
no, he doesn't. Yep.
We need to buy that box of Cracker Jacks and get the 5% play for $2. Guess what? I've actually only, I think, had maybe 2 5%ers in college hoops this year, and I've got one going tonight. So
wow,
he's got the NBA covered for you. I've got the 5%er in college basketball covered. And with that, we'll throw it to Tony Mejia to see what he has.
Oh, you know Mejia's coming over the top right now. I know you got. Go ahead, Mejia. Just tell him you go ahead. What do you got going on at Wager Talk, my friend?
I think I'm going to join the party and come in with a 5%. See if I can't his own track. You guys have
copycat.
Bullied me into it, but I think I'll do that. And then obviously, like that Michigan FSU under, which we gave out for free on the college basketball show.
Yeah, listen, and I'll give him credit. Wasn't that you guys did bully the crap out of him there? But I will say this, on the college tip-off show that we just did, he had said he was getting ready. He had a 5% play that he was teetering on, getting ready to post it. So that is coming your way, guys, which means heading over to WagerTalk.com right now. And, oh, yeah, you may want to take advantage of the 30-day all-access package, just $199. You can get every one of Ski's plays for 30 days, $199. Every one of Steve Merrill's, 30 days, $199, as well as Tony Mejia. So that is absolutely a great opportunity for you guys to get on board, invest with these gentlemen, and just kind of kick back and watch the profits roll up. We are going to take a look at game number 1 here tonight with the Wizards taking on the Charlotte Hornets. And this game opened up at 3.5 for the Hornets. Wizards coming off of that win last night there against Indiana. Total was at 228. I'm seeing pretty much 228's a half the board. It hasn't really moved much. 3.5 as well. Charlotte is a favorite on the road. Ski, give me your thoughts about this game. You like Charlotte in this spot?
Okay, so it's not contrarian game, right? It's just
no, straight up. Game? Just no, I ain't rolling it up. Just straight up.
I like today. No, yeah. I'm kidding. But Charlotte, the thing I'll say about Washington, they're pretty good. Even last year, they were good on the back-to-back. So far this year, they're 8-3 against the spread and 8-3 to the over. I guess you just have to guess who's going to play today. Westbrook, off of that incredible game yesterday, maybe he takes a rest. And Bradley Beal was a little bit banged up, or he didn't play yesterday. He's also game time decision today. So that would make me nervous from the Washington side. From Charlotte, they've been playing well since LaMelo went down. I'm not sure how sustainable it is, how long they can do it, but they're 3-1 as a road favorite when they play lesser competition. 45% when teams are less, they're 11-4 against the spread. Gun to my head, I would pick the team who I know the lineup is going to be out there. But I don't love the thought of laying with Charlotte without LaMelo in the lineup. I don't even like laying with him in the lineup. So I'll look more towards the total for my play. And I always say LaMelo brings pace, and they play a little bit better. They play faster. Since he's been out, the last 5 games, they're last in the league, the slowest playing team, 30th in pace. So if I think Charlotte's going to win the game, I think they play to their pace. And I think this one can stay under the number.
So I think last night, was it Westbrook? 30-10-20. I think that was also a record book one that, throw that up there. That's the first 35-point, 20-assist, triple-double in NBA history. That is absolutely crazy. So congratulations to Westbrook. I don't know if that changes how you approach this game here, Merrill, but pretty impressive stuff by a guy that I think many people seem to have forgotten once he went to the Wizards. Westbrook can still ball. He can still play. How are you going to approach this game?
Yeah, the question is, can he do it on back-to-back nights, though? He's consistently inconsistent, in my opinion. So if that's the case, maybe we would take a look at Charlotte here if Westbrook regresses a little tonight. This is still a team in the Wizards that are 17-28 on the season straight up. Charlotte, meanwhile, is a game above 500. So we're getting the better team here at a short price. I like how Ski thought this was the contrarian game, by the way, because the line has not moved at all. It opened 3.5. It's 3.5 anywhere. If there's ever a game to label this, Ski, it should be the Swiss Miss game, because the market is definitely Switzerland on this game. However, I'm afraid of that little cross flag that he likes to throw on me. So I'll lean Charlotte, and I'll say fade Westbrook here off this big game. But, yeah, no movement at all. The total has dropped maybe a point, and there's been no movement on the side at all, 3.5 across the board.
I mean, listen, any which way you cut it me here, right? Without Bradley Beal in a lineup and Westbrook, we've seen it before in the past for a long time this season. That meant pretty much an L, at least a no cover. Do you think fatigue? How do you approach this game here tonight?
Well, I mean, I think Westbrook at this point is going to call his own number, especially if Bradley Beal doesn't play. So, from that standpoint, I think he's going to have another big game in him. The under is 5-1 in Charlotte's last 6. They're perfect since LaMelo went down against the spread, 4 for 4. So they in the short term have played good ball. Despite losing him, but it's a tough matchup there for Rozier and Devontae Graham to deal with Westbrook, especially since he's surging.
I believe this is the first road game for Charlotte, too, without LaMelo since he got hurt. And they're about to embark on, I believe it's 11 days, and there'll be 6-game road trip here for them. So monitor Charlotte here as we move along. But heads up and congratulations, of course, to our good friend there, Russell Westbrook. Good friend of the show. We had him on last month with Ski. Let's go on to the Philadelphia 76ers and the Denver Nuggets. And wouldn't you know, angle of the day associated with this game from our good friend John Ryan, sportsmemo.com. And this angle of the day says, and Ski's already typing away for his SDQL, I know it is, he says bet on road underdogs using the money line who are facing a host with a 3+ point differential per game and that have had 220 or more points scored in each of their last 3 games. So a $100 money line bet on those road underdogs in this system, well, that's produced a profit of $7,777. That's $7,777 over the last 5 seasons. This angle loves the 76ers tonight at plus 175. Opens up at Nuggets laying the 4. That has since creeped up to 5. The totals come down to 220.5 from 222. So, Merrill, let me come to you first here. A, did you understand a word of that angle of the day outside of play the Sixers on the money line? And B, do you agree with it?
Yeah, John actually sent me this one in advance like 4 hours ago, and I was thinking, great, I can actually read it this time while you're doing it, and I still don't understand it. So maybe that was like not the way to do it. Basically, the gist of it is these are good teams, and they went outright. But I'll tell you, there's a couple takeaways here just from a systematic perspective. First of all, whenever you're getting an underdog system that averages a plus 245 winner, you don't have to be right all the time. I mean, and only 36% of the time you're making money there. So that's the takeaway. And it's interesting on this game against Denver, because on Wager Talk today, as I filled in for Teddy, I did the big game breakdown. And my mic was muted the first time, so I wanted to get it in here this time so that we had it on record. But I leaned towards Denver in this game. And one of the things I pointed out in the big game breakdown was that Philly's playing good basketball this year, but they've only played 2 good teams like the last 17 games over a month and a half. And they lost outright at home to Milwaukee, lost by 10 against the Clippers this past Saturday. Big game here. This is 2 teams from each conference, high-profile playoff. I don't think it's a finals matchup, but it's a potential one. And Denver, with Aaron Gordon in the lineup, is now 2-0 straight up in ATS the last 2 games. There's been very little learning curve. So while I like systems like this, and I think there's some logic to it, I'm not going to apply it tonight. I think Denver's a different team right now. The market hasn't priced that in yet. By the way, the line was cheap those last 2 games because they thought there would be a learning curve, and there wasn't. They beat the Hawks by 24 in that last game as a 5-point home favorite. And also we have the altitude edge. Eastern teams like Philly aren't as used to playing in Utah and Denver. They only do it maybe once a year. So I think in the second half, and here's something else I mentioned on the show, maybe in-game, if it's close second half, look for the Nuggets to pull away. Might be a good in-game betting opportunity with the Nuggets as well.
Interesting there, and the fact that you actually think your mic was somehow mistakenly muted, it's even better. Go ahead, Tony Mejia, let me ask you, man, prior to that, I believe it was a couple of days ago, 112 to 122. The Sixers lost to the Clippers. Prior to that, they've been really good, especially without Embiid. I'm seeing 6-2 here since he went down. Do you trust the Sixers in this spot in Denver?
I don't. I think this is going to be a second consecutive loss for them. But they have been playing well without Joel Embiid, who I believe is coming back at the beginning of April, getting healed up from that knee issue. So they'll get him back. They traded Tony Bradley, who was starting in those first few games, to let Dwight Howard continue in his role off the bench. And he was actually producing for them, and then they moved him anyway. So in this spot, I think Denver right now, they're getting Aaron Gordon in the mix. They got a lot of length up front with him and Porter Jr. and Jokic. And I think they just take advantage of the fact that Embiid is out, and Dwight Howard's working shorthanded and hand Philadelphia second straight loss.
Second straight loss. What about it, Ski? What do you think, man? You got a little Philly love in you here tonight in this matchup against Denver?
This one, if I had to have a game, it would be Switzerland on. It would be this one. But, I'm not going to do that.
I know it, because I got the flag ready. I got it. So
I saw your hand move as soon as I said it. So I got to go ahead and hurry and pick something. But no, I'll look more towards the props in this game. I think Michael Porter Jr. has been playing well. He's been shooting it well. He's been like over 50% his last few games. His prop for points, rebounds, assists, I was looking over his last few games. It seems like he's been cashing it every single game. And since Gordon came back, maybe getting a little bit of a discount. And I still think he plays a decent amount of time to get over his number. So over 23.5 points, rebounds, assists for Michael Porter Jr. is the way that I'm looking. And if I was going to look for a prop for the other side, it was weird. I kind of checked it out before I came on here. So his assist prop for Ben Simmons, it was 6.5 earlier, it's 7 now. And his rebound prop is 8. Like that equals 15, right? So why is his rebound plus assist at 23? Maybe there was a mistake by the site, but if it was a mistake and you get his rebound plus assist somewhere around 15, he's been pretty consistent on the boards. He averages like 8, and I do think 6.5 plus assists is very doable. So I like Simmons rebounds plus assists if it's around that 15 number.
All right, good stuff there. Sixers, Nuggets, 9 p.m. Eastern time tip-off in Denver on that one. Thanks again to our good friend John Ryan at sportsmemo.com for that angle of the day. Merrill, absolutely useless in deciphering it. Let's move on to Atlanta and Phoenix if we can. That would be fantastic. And, of course, this is an interesting matchup as the Atlanta Hawks opened up as a 6-point dog in here. And this game, it's kind of stuck right there at 6 in many places, 221.5. So the total is starting to creep up here. So, Tony Mejia, let me ask you something. Atlanta ran into a buzzsaw there a couple nights ago with that Denver game. But what do you think? What do you think of their chances on the road now again against the Phoenix Suns here?
Well, this is going to be my best bet, so I'll elaborate a little later. But Atlanta is in a stretch right now where they're playing 14 of 17 on the road, and it looked like it caught up with them the other night. In Denver with the altitude, and we'll see what happens tonight against Phoenix, a team that's really going to lock in defensively and control the pace. So if they can keep Trae Young from getting it going, it could be another L in lopsided fashion for Atlanta.
All right, Hunter, I believe still questionable there for Atlanta. Ski, if it's a tough spot here for the Atlanta Hawks going into Phoenix like this, though. Do you trust them in this spot to cover?
You know, I always say it makes for better content when we don't always agree. So let me be on the other side of Tony. If you're looking at that Atlanta game last game, I'm not going to say they're tired. I think that they kind of just gave up after they weren't getting any foul calls early in the game. I think that's kind of what happened in that one, and Denver ran away with it. So you look at Phoenix, it's kind of a really bad spot for them. Coming off of a road trip, they play tonight, they play tomorrow. It's a really poor spot for the Phoenix side, so I would look towards the other way.
All right, looking the other way. What about you, Merrill? I hate to say it, but you got to break the tie. You go Switzerland. I'm smashed. You know what's coming. So go ahead. Where are you going on this side here, Atlanta or Phoenix?
Yeah, no Swiss flag for me. First of all, I brought this checkered flag because I'm a winner.
Oh, good God!
And I'm gonna make your day here, Joe Ranieri. Other than your love for props, I know you love contrarian games. I actually think you could call this one the contrarian play of the day. I'll do a little work for you as the semi-producer here. This lineup opened 6.5, actually as high as 7 in some spots, and now it's 6. So there has been some line move on this, and I even see a 5.5 out there now, one of the sharper books, surprisingly. So the public though is on Phoenix in this game, so I think the Atlanta Hawks do qualify as a little bit of a contrarian play, and I'll lean that way. Other thing I want to point out is Rob Vino, I think, first brought this to our attention a few months ago. I know Ski and I have talked a lot about it. Phoenix Suns win, they cover. They lose outright. If they don't cover, they lose outright. Guess what? 45 games in, it finally didn't happen in game number 45 on Sunday night. They only beat the Charlotte Hornets by 4 as a 7-point road favorite. And the Ski said that was the end of a 4-game road trip, and now they're back home. So we've had it broken. The first 44 games this year, they either won outright and covered or lost outright, and now it finally stopped happening. So a little more comfortable maybe taking the Hawks here plus the 6 in this situation. And could be a situation where they win the game outright, actually, though, because that's usually what happens with the Phoenix Suns.
All right, check it out. Yeah, that's a very good point. It's been a hell of a season that way. They either cover and win or they lose. That's pretty much the end of it there. All right, guys, let's check it out. Final game here. And, of course, it's got to be the Orlando Magic taking on the Clippers here. Opened up 11.5. I'm seeing a couple of 11s, mostly 11.5 still. The total also still pegged there at 215. So let me ask you, we talked about the Clippers and the Bucks yesterday on the show there. Ski Clippers took care of business on home court. Now they take on a Magic team. So how do you go about this? Laying double digits. No Paul George last night, too, either, I don't think so. How do you approach this game against the Magic?
Yeah, no pandemic P, no problem. Clippers, I kind of mentioned it yesterday. Since they said that they want some kind of consistency, they've been focused, they've covered and won 6 in a row. They've been solid on the second of a back-to-back. They've covered all 8 games. None of them have been a double-digit spread, but they've won by an average of 16 points per game.
Damn.
So this team, as focused as they are, maybe seeing that they can move up in the West, I don't see why they don't come out here and smack Orlando around again tonight. Or not again, but smack Orlando around tonight. I don't really see much resistance from their roster. Orlando's covered 6 of their last 8 games, but I'm not interested in going against the Clippers the way that they're playing right now.
All right, so Steve, what do you think, man? Double digits, lay it, or do you think maybe there's some value here on the dog at 11.5?
I mean, I think there's value just from the fact that maybe the Clippers aren't fully focused. Otherwise, it's hard to trust Orlando, as Ski said. I did have the Clippers last night as a best bet winner for my clients at WagerTalk.com. I liked that spot against Milwaukee. I thought it was a focused spot for them to win their 6th straight against the spread and straight up. But I'd be concerned tonight. Orlando's the only way I would play this game tonight. I'm not big on taking bad losing teams. It's something I've done less of over the last few years, and it's been working well for me. Your quality of life is better also when you don't play on these type of teams. But hard for me to imagine the Clippers can be 100% focused here. Not only did they have a huge win against Milwaukee last night, no rest, and then just 2 nights later they're playing Denver, and then the Lakers after that, and then Portland. Non-conference bad team. This looks like a potential flat spot. I see the Clippers winning this game but not covering.
5 of 21. That's how many games Orlando has won on the road this season. It's not been good. No identity. Do you even know anybody on? You're in Orlando, Mejia. Tell me, you even know anybody on this team?
I know everybody on this team. That's just me because I live here. And but to your point, they had their fire sale last year. Dwayne Bacon led them in scoring against the Lakers. He's an FSU product. But they've got Wendell Carter and Otto Porter from the Bulls that they're mixing in that second unit. Michael Carter Williams is back, and to me, I think that they're a team that is going to play more to the identity that Steve Clifford wants to carve out for them, despite the fact that they don't have Jonathan Isaac yet, and that's a slower pace and a commitment to defense. They've scored less than 100 points in 3 of their last 5. I think that's my angle here. Going towards the under and not even messing with a double-digit spread because it's about right. Clippers should win this game by 10 to 12 points.
All right, good stuff. Liking the under in that one. And before we get to our buzzer beater best bets, just a quick reminder here at WagerTalk.com. Ski is the $2 handicapper tonight, guys, which means he's got a 5% play up. His first 5% play is available right now at WagerTalk.com for just $2. If you head over there right now, you can grab that up on board here tonight. Big play for Ski, just $2 at Wager Talk. And Steve also, college basketball, 5% play, as does Tony Mejia. So a very profitable night ahead of you guys here just by simply heading over to WagerTalk.com. Visit Ski's page, visit Tony Mejia's page, visit Steve Merrill's page while we visit our buzzer beater best bet section here. And here's how it works. 60 seconds on the clock. We give these guys 60 seconds to do whatever the hell they want. As long as they drop in a best bet, we're good to go. This usually means Ski spends 20 seconds ripping somebody. So let's see what we got. Ski, you run at point. Talk to me, my man. Where you going tonight?
Well, I just wanted to mention, too, Steve reminded me, the Phoenix Suns, like about their point spread covering thing, I kind of talk about it all the time. It's correlated to their three-point shooting and three-point defense. They stop other teams from being good from the three-point line, and they light it up themselves. And lately, they've been shooting so poor, so that's why they're playing closer games. That's just my thought on that. So for best bets, I'll talk about a few props. I've been, I think 5-1 on my last 6 NBA props. So it's not went out for Russell Westbrook yet, but usually he's been going bananas on his rebounds and assist props over every single game. The only games he doesn't go over are when it's on the back-to-back. So if he does play, I would look towards his rebounds and assists to go under tonight after that monster night. I like that Michael Porter Jr. I think I'm going to roll with that for my official best bet. Points, rebounds, assists. It was 23.5 earlier. It's 24.5. I still think he can get over that number. He's done it so many times in a row.
Man, there is nothing. You guys smell that? That is nothing but cash that he is throwing. Look at Ski making it rain all over the place. Prop bets, $2 5% plays. He's all over the map. I know. Catch it, will you, Merrill? Gee, butterfingers. All right, Merrill, you got 60 seconds, my man. Come on and talk to us. Where you going tonight? Buzzer beater, best bet.
No, first of all, it's raining Swiss Miss.
Oh, for Christ's sake.
In the office.
Almighty.
In honor of Ski's first 5% NBA play and the fact that he had 6 college basketball plays last Thursday and there were 2 games on the board, I'm going to cover all 4 real quick here in a recap since we have 4 games today. First of all, as I mentioned earlier, the Swiss Miss game is the Wizards and Hornets. The line has not moved. I have nothing on that one. Wager Talk today, I used the Denver Nuggets as my big game breakdown. I would lean that way. I was thinking about using the Hawks here as a best bet. But Tony Mejia, I know, likes the other side. That keeps me off. But he did mention the under in the Orlando-LA Clipper game. So I'm going to go with the Orlando Magic plus 11.5 as my top recommendation. Now, once again, I have two strong college best bets, including a 5% at WagerTalk.com. No NBA tonight, but I think the Orlando Magic's probably the best play on the board. It's a pure play against the Clippers, who I won with last night. Let's hope for the letdown. They have a look ahead to Denver on deck. The Clippers have not been afraid to implement load management this season, as we all know. Let's see if it happens tonight. Magic have been keeping games close, even though they're not winning. Orlando Magic plus 11.5.
Tony Mejia, please. If I see Swiss Miss one more time, I swear I'm going to throw. Talk to me, Mejia. Give it to me. 60 seconds, brother. Where you going tonight?
Well, I'm definitely riding with the Phoenix Suns. It's not the greatest spot because they are coming off a 4-game road trip, but they should be focused. They've got the Hawks today and the Bulls tomorrow. And for me, even though Ski disagreed that the Hawks weren't tired the other day, they maybe just threw the towel in because they weren't getting calls. This is their 6th road game in the past 10, 11 games. And again, they're on a stretch of 14 of 17 on the road. It's a team that's, is going to lock you up defensively, and Chris Paul is going to bring it. I just don't like the matchup for them. Hunter is probably not going to play. He's their best defender. They could have used him against Devin Booker. So for me, give me the Phoenix Suns to win by at least 8 points, which covers the 5.5, 6 points that are out there. And no swishes today. We'll just dribble out the last 10 seconds.
Attaboy, that's it. Exactly. Like you've been there before, man. That's what I'm talking about, much like Michigan's going to do tonight. All right, put the damn checkered flag down. Ridiculous. Our friends from the Gold Sheet.
I was giving him the win. He dribbled out because he won. I think that's fantastic.
Oh, God, I can't give me it. Our friends from the Cold Sheet, like the Sixers plus 5. We can do that, which also happens to coincide with our friend John Ryan's angle of the day, only he's backing him on the money line. That's Sixers plus 5. Guys, great reads, great write-ups, always from our friends at the Gold Sheet. And this write-up, along with all the other ones that we've given out on the shows here across Wager Talk, can be found on the Twitter page for Wager Talk. So make sure you are following us on there. All right, guys, a recap once again here of what we got going on tonight in the association. Ski gave about 30 prop bets in there, a couple of sides, and he's the $2 handicapper, which means his 5% best bet is available now at Wager Talk. Michael Porter Jr., over 24.5 points, rebounds and assists. Merrill, give me some magic, man. 11.5. He is a brave man. Hold your nose. Tony Mejia, Suns laying 6. And he's got no problem. Tough spot still for Atlanta. And, of course, our friends from the Gold Sheet, the 76ers, take the 5 as that number continues to rise a little bit. And also, guys, hit that bell in the upper right-hand corner. Make sure that you are subscribed to our YouTube channel here at Wager Talk. You'll get notified every time we put on one of these stupid-ass shows. And in the meantime, head over to Wager Talk. Ski, $2 handicapper. Get his 5% best bet for $2. Merrill's 5% college hoops play tonight, as well as Tony Mejia is all available. Heck, it sounds like maybe you should just go $199 and you get 30 days all access from any of these gentlemen, and you get every one of their plays every day across all sports for just $199 for 30 days. All right, guys, on behalf of Ski, on behalf of Stevie in the Middle, Merrill, there, 2 R's, 1 L, and of course TM, the big TM, Tony Mejia in the house. We appreciate it, guys. Best of luck with your plays tonight. Come back and join us tomorrow. Back at it with the NBA Tip-Off Show. Good luck.
Have you checked out all the new handicappers at SportsMemo? If not, here's your chance. For the next week, you can take 50% off any and all purchases using code TRYMEMO. This includes anything and everything from daily packages to 12-month all-access passes. Our new roster of experts is 30 deep, giving you tons of options to choose from. All you have to do is go to sportsmemo.com, choose the handicapper of your choice, use the coupon code TRYMEMO at checkout, and save 50% on your purchase. Repeat as many times as you want until midnight on Sunday.